Hello, my name's Larry Burris. I'm 49 years old and I'm from Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. I've been married to my wife Andrea for 14 years and together we have 5 children. His, hers,
And ours.
and that's ours. We also have a grandson and we hope to have many more grandkids. I've had the same job now on and off for 25 years. I was a salesman, a car salesman, as horrible as that sounds, for about 7 or 8 years, and I've been a service advisor at the same Honda dealership for 18 years. I've always sang. That's all I can remember. I grew up in church. My dad was the music director. My mom sang in the choir. My sister played the piano for the church, and the rest of us just kind of blended in. You know, we sang in the children's choirs and the youth choir. I myself, when I was probably 14, started singing in the youth choir, and then the adult choir, which I just love singing. It doesn't really matter. My family, a little later on in my early 20s, they started a group, just the family, my dad and my siblings, and we would go around and sing whenever we could. And then that led to a quartet, kind of a family quartet, my dad, my brother, and my brother-in-law. And we sang for a couple of years, and then I was asked to sing in a local quartet, and man, I thought I hit the big time. We would travel around and sing on the weekends and just had a blast. And I did that for about 10 years, and then I sang in a contemporary Christian group for a couple of years. Some guys at church started, and I enjoyed that, but it just got to be too much, singing in a quartet, singing in a group, and all the while singing at church. So I kind of laid off for a couple of years, and now I sing in the same quartet and have for many years, and I really enjoy that, and still sing at church. We have a praise team, we have a praise choir, we do, I do solo, duet, trio, I mean, you name it, and I'll do it because I just love singing. I love harmony. There's nothing better than hearing voices blend and just that feeling you get when you hear it. That's my love and my passion. I don't feel like there's really much I do that I'm good at other than singing. I don't really have any hobbies. I mean, I just like being with my family and singing. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about as far as talking about me. So I hope when it comes down to making a choice, as Blake would say, pick me. Come on, let's go. Let's do this.
I have journeyed through the long dark night, out on the open sea, by faith alone, sight unknown, and yet his eyes were watching me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered, the anchor holds, though the sails are torn, and I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I've had visions and I've had dreams. Well, I've even held them in my hands. but I never knew that they would slip right through like they were only grains of sand. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. And I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. And I have been young, but I'm older now, and there has been beauty these eyes have seen, but it was in the night, through the storms of my life. Oh, and that's when God moved and proved His love to me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. And I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. You're shattered like you've never been before. The life you knew is in 1,000 pieces on the floor, and words fall short in times like these, when this world drives you to your knees. You think you're never gonna get back to the you that used to be. So tell your heart to beat again. Close your eyes and breathe it in. Let the shadows fall away. Step into the light of grace. 'Cause yesterday's a closing door, and you don't live there anymore. So say goodbye to where you've been, and tell your heart to beat again. Beginnings Just let that word wash over you. It's alright now, 'cause love's healing hand has pulled you through. So get back up, take step one, leave the darkness, feel the sun, because your story's far from over and your journey's just begun. And tell your heart to beat again. Close your eyes and breathe it in. Let the shadow fall away. Step into the light of grace, 'cause yesterday is a closing door and you don't live there anymore. So say goodbye to where you've been and tell your heart to beat again. Let every heart break and every scar be a picture that reminds you who has carried you this far. 'Cause love sees farther than you ever could. And in this moment, heaven's working everything for your good. So tell your heart to beat again. Close your eyes and breathe it in. Let the shadows fall away. Step into the light of grace, 'cause yesterday is a closing door and you don't live there anymore. So say goodbye to where you've been and tell your heart to beat again. Your heart to beat again. To beat again.